Thank you for joining us. To get us started, do you mind introducing yourselves and what you teach at grammar?
So,
I'm Justin Boroughs. I teach senior painting in the art department.
and my name's Gordon Pope. I teach in the Commerce department. This is I think I'm in my 14th year at grammar.
Cool. Stick with you. What initially drew you to art?
I guess I've always had an interest in art. I did art as a student at high school. My mum was a sort of keen artist, so she might have encouraged that interest in me, but yeah, it's just something I've always really enjoyed.
What about you, Seb?
Yes, my dad was a pretty serious artist in England, and yeah, kind of just grew up with that. Went to art school in Auckland, university, and yeah, always been around artists and art people.
Yeah. So I'm assuming your passion comes within your family, does it?
Yeah, my dad, and I'm one of 4 boys. I think 3 of them are involved in art. The other one's a director of an art museum, so kind of similar thing.
Right.
Yeah.
What drives your passion, Seb?
Look, it's just something I enjoy doing. It's a form of relaxation for me as much as anything. I try to do it as a way to, a bit of a break from obviously my day job here at school. It's something that takes me away from that, and I just enjoy the creative process and starting from nothing with a blank canvas and seeing what comes from it.
Is there any artist that you look up to or like that fuels your passion?
I could give you a long list of artists that have inspired me at different times over the years. I paint quite a lot of landscapes, so some famous New Zealand artists, Don Binney would be an obvious one. Robin White paint in a style that I really like, and there's sort of elements of their style in some of my work. Yeah.
Where do you find your inspiration from?
Yeah, like Gordon, I'm a landscape painter. I think the landscape's a pretty powerful motif in New Zealand, probably more landscape artists than there are any other kind of genre. Yeah, that's my inspiration. I've been painting Auckland landscapes and for 30 years or so. Yeah, that's my big inspiration.
Someone particularly you look up to?
Artists, New Zealand artists. Yeah, I'm a realist painter, I guess, with a slightly kind of romantic, nostalgic kind of view. But yeah, I look up to the New Zealand realist painters like Peter Siddell and Graham Sidney and Michael Smithers and those kind of guys. But also, I kind of admire other international artists. Curiously enough, people like Picasso and Caravaggio, and I've got a wide range of artists that I look up to.
I'm assuming being in the art department helps you, but how has grammar affected your artwork? Has it helped being in grammar?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. There's a nice relationship between teaching art during the day and then maybe going home at night or in the weekend doing your own work. So yeah, that's been really useful. You might be in front of a bunch of boys looking at a book about some artist and you get an idea that you could use for your own work, and vice versa. You end up giving them your ideas. Yeah.
How has being in grammar affected your artwork?
Well, I'm not in the art department, so I don't have that luxury of looking at art all day like Justin does, but well, certainly this is my third time being included in the Art House tour, so yeah, it's been great to have that opportunity to have my work seen by a bit of a wider audience. And yeah, I've managed to sell a few works now to the grammar community, and I'm really appreciative of being able to do that.
What do you get out of producing art?
Oh, there's definitely a sense of satisfaction when you complete a work that you're happy with. It can be pretty frustrating at times as well when you can't quite get it to work like you want it to, but I liken it to reading a good book or watching a movie or something. Once you get started on the painting, it's you want to see how it ends, so you keep chipping away at it to see how it turns out, and I just I enjoy that process.
What about you, sir? What do you get about?
Yeah, a sense of achievement, and yeah, guess I've always had artistic ideas or things that I want to do, and yeah, it makes me sense of self-worth, also kind of personal confidence, and people know me because of my art, and makes me feel good about who I am and what I'm doing. Yeah.
Sure, you've seen many art students. They say art isn't for everyone.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Most of the students I've taught, and I've been at grammar this is my 40th year, so I've probably seen a lot of, and if I look at a typical third form class of 35 students, there's probably 30 of them in there that are either creative or interested in art. There's very few that aren't. I think art's for most people. Certainly the creative side of the art process is part of most people.
That's a pretty wide-ranging thing, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Not all art will be liked by all people or be seen to have value by all people, but everyone can find something that they can relate to.
Yes.
You reckon?
Yes, yeah. It's not often you come across somebody who's only interested in, sciences or anything mathematical. Yeah.
How do you take time out of your teaching to do the art that you do?
Well, I obviously having some school holidays is really helpful there. Once the school work's out of the way, I do try to free up some time in the holidays to get some solid blocks of work done. And I try to, in the evenings where I can, as far as time and energy allows, to constantly be chipping away at something. But there are times when you get busy with work that I might slip away for a few days or even a few weeks at a time, but it's something that I always come back to when I do manage to free up some time.
How do you manage it?
Yeah, you have to be pretty disciplined. I'm an established artist, so I have an exhibition. I try and have an exhibition every 2 years, and so because the paintings take so long, they may be like 30 or 40 hours for each painting, and you've got to have 10 paintings, so you have to be pretty disciplined about the time. I usually try and paint 3 nights a week after school, and most Sundays, if I can, and all the school holidays. Well, not all the school holidays, but...
Yeah, that's cool. Is there anything particular you're working on right now? Anything interesting?
It's all interesting. I'm doing a couple of commissions, which is kind of a strange process where someone wants you to paint something, so you have to find something interesting in that. But I've just been down to the South Island, actually to Mr. Pope's relatives. Saw some pretty inspiring stuff there. So that's what's in my head to paint next. In fact, it's a long process to do a painting. You've got to start by thinking about the image, then I've got to make a board, and then you've got to prime that board, and then wait for a while. So all that stuff is in the process at the moment.
Anything you're working on right now, sir?
Well, recently I've just been working on the paintings that are going to be in the art house tour. In the last couple of years I've been painting on surfboards. I took up surfing a couple of years ago as sort of part of my midlife crisis, which has been fun. And that's kind of inspired me to turn these old surfboards into artworks, and I've been selling a few of those to people to hang on their beach house walls. But I've gone back to painting landscapes just recently, and working in a bit of a different style to what I've done previously, so I'm quite enjoying that challenge. I'm not quite as clever as Justin. I can't paint in his photorealist style, so I've got to abstract and simplify my images a bit, but it's been fun.
Well, I've seen some of your artwork. Do you have any sort of like word of wisdom for aspiring artists?
Just do it. If it's something that you like, and even if you don't think you're good at it, doesn't matter. Just a piece of art is as good as the person that's looking at it believes it is, isn't it, Justin? So. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks about it. Just go ahead and do it and enjoy the creative process. And if people love it, that's great. And if they don't, well, who cares? As long as you like it, that's good. Yeah.
What about you? Anything particular?
That I would say to a young artist? Yeah. Yeah, just as Gordon was saying, you've got to just do it, start. The more you do it, each painting should get better and better, and if you put the time in and keep going at it, but probably the hardest thing is to get started and just work on it. That builds your confidence, because you've got to be reasonably confident. When I first started my second exhibition, an old established artist said to me, "Oh, you know, you have to be prepared to accept anything that anyone says. As soon as you put that painting on the wall, people can say whatever they want. So you have to be pretty confident about what you're doing. But the best way to get started is just do it."
Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time as an artist?
Me? Oh my God. 10 years. I'm hoping I'm still exhibiting. I'm sure I'll be retired from teaching, so I'll probably be doing more painting. I think I'm pretty established in New Zealand. I'd like to maybe get established somewhere else, maybe like England or London or Australia. But yeah, I just can't imagine life without painting, and yeah, so I think I'll be continuing painting in 10 years' time.
What about you, sir? Are you still going to be painting?
I certainly hope so, Sharma. Yeah, my goals are perhaps not as lofty as Justin's. I just do it for my own enjoyment, really. So it's something I'll always do because of that. And it's really satisfying when you do sell a painting. So yeah, if I can continue to paint and sell a few, then well, yeah, I certainly hope I can do that. Yeah, it'd be great if I could sell a few more and have my work seen a bit more widely, for sure.
What do you enjoy most about the art house tour?
Well, I don't have like a regular gallery that I sell through, so for me it's a really important opportunity to actually get my work out in front of some people. And yeah, it's just a really interesting day to see all the other art that other artists have created, and to have a look at myself in the beautiful houses that they're displayed in as well is a lot of fun. Yeah.
What about you? What do you look forward to the most?
Yeah, well, it's a kind of maybe a different public that are going to see my paintings. So if you have an exhibition or you're out there, maybe a slightly different group. I mean, most of the grammar community know who I am and what I'm doing, but there will be other people that will come on this that'll see my work. Yeah, and also it's a chance for me to give back to my school. I've got a lot of work through the school, and it's nice to give back. And
Cool, that is all for today. Thank you for joining us, and good luck with the house tour.
thank you.
Thank you, Sean.